It's not even debatable that Ben 10 is the franchise that is basically Cartoon Network's free money button, especially with all its toys. Everyone wanted an Omnitrix. It has tons of different spin-offs and have a variety of different tones and levels of quality that leads to a lot of debate in the fandom. The only thing that fans can agree on is that the original show is good. To me, the first 2 seasons of Alien Force are boring, but the last season is good. And Ben 10 Ultimate Alien is a great show. But the opinion I might get killed for the most is that Ben 10 Omniverse is overrated. It's not bad, but it did not deserve 8 seasons. But I assume it got all those seasons because some of the episodes focused on younger Ben. You know, the show that everyone agrees on that is good, but it's not the exact same. While young Ben is fine, he says a lot of cringy stuff. It is a superhero show where a kid uses a watch called the Omnitrix to turn into a variety of different aliens with their own superpower names. The problem is that the one-liners in the episodes focused on younger Ben, and some of the episodes focused on older Ben, are very groan-worthy. Some of the cringiest parts are when Ben turns into Eye Guy and Big Chill, with all the corny eye and cold related puns.
Cool. Get it?
Dude, watch the puns! Pretty soon, you use up all the iconic ones, and they just get cornea and cornea.
While young Ben is tolerable, young Gwen is not. You know, like in the original show, she is constantly breathing down Ben's neck and being moralizing as all hell, just worse off here. Now, something that makes me be able to look past the bickering in the original show is because it's clear that Gwen does care about Ben. But in this show, she has a crush on young Kevin 11, who is constantly trying to kill her cousin. She is awful in the show. I cannot believe that young Gwen cares about young Ben when she is in love with someone who's trying to kill him. Now some of you may say, but she dates Kevin in the future. But he has been rehabilitated and became Ben's best friend, so it's not the same in the slightest. But her older self has improved, and episodes with her and Kevin tend to be at a higher quality than many of the other episodes. You also have younger cousin Lucy, and while her older self is tolerable, her younger self is very annoying. There is another cousin that is basically Napoleon Dynamite, but he has no charm like the original Napoleon Dynamite. Older Ben himself is also okay, but he has an arrogant streak and has become a jerk many times. And why is that? Well, when Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, his secret identity became public, and now he's a world famous superhero, which increased his ego by a lot. Now Ben does humble himself, even in his own fantasies.
Being a hero isn't about fame. It's about putting other people before yourself, or what you want. It's about doing the right thing just because it's the right thing to do.
With how airheaded he is in many episodes, he could become very hard to watch. But there are episodes where he is bearable. There are times where he takes the hero thing very seriously, and can even be inspirational.
Yeah, we're not losers. Beating ourselves up is just doing a favor for Malware and everyone else we ever go up against. So from now on, let's save the beatdowns for the bad guys. Deal?
Ben is also a bad boyfriend, and the episodes that point that out are some of the worst in the series. But there is another thing that can make Ben hard to watch, and it's his bad luck streak with Pac-Man and Mr. Bauman. They are the Squidwards of the show, where all they do is simply exist, and Ben, usually unintentionally, destroys their stuff and livelihood. And while most of the time Ben does it by accident, it doesn't change the fact that it's not funny to see their lives get destroyed. The show is 50-50 when it comes to comedy, with the bad half either being needlessly cruel or just plain cringy. But despite all that, Ben himself is fine. There are many great characters in the show like the villains, Grandpa Max, Gwen, and Kevin. But too many episodes have too much focus on the bad characters, including Ben's new partner, Rook Blanco. You heard that right. Instead of Gwen and Kevin being by Ben's side, Gwen goes to college and Kevin gets a job as a mechanic near campus, while Ben teams up with Rook. And he's a plumber, and plumbers are basically space cops, and he plays the cop role way too straight in order to be interesting. He's also like Starfire, where he doesn't understand Earth terminology, but Starfire has a charm to her, but Rook doesn't. He also has a disinterested tone in his voice that doesn't help with how boring he is, and his focus episodes are a snooze fest. He also has a family that is not interesting. His dad is just the typical, I don't support my kid's life choices, until the end of the story. And then young one, he is annoying. Yeah, this show has a problem with adding a bunch of annoying characters, like Magister Patalidate, and it's solely because of his voice.
Kyber's using the Nematrix on himself. That's crazy. He'll go crazy!
Another annoying character is Hobble because he's a little bitch, and he also has a weird crush on Charmcaster, who is a teenager. Kaya Green comes back, and she is as much as an asshole as she was in the original show. While Ben 23 in his first appearance was tolerable, his other appearances were very annoying due to his ego and bad alien names. Then there's Rad Dudesman. The joke around him is that he's a badass who is a duck, but he's more of an annoying asshole. The joke around Bluegitch and Dreba is that they are Galvin but are stupid, but their childish back and forth is more annoying than young Ben and Gwen's. All they do is screw things up and contradict each other all the time. That basically just goes like, nuh-uh, uh-huh, nuh-uh, yeah-huh. And their focus episodes are some of the worst in the series. Some of the villains are also either annoying or boring. Kyber is your generic poacher. Dr. Psychobo says the phrase, and I use the term loosely, way too much, and has a petty IQ measuring contest with not just Azimuth, but Galvins as a species. Hearing the way Subdora talks is a pain in the neck. And Fifth Trick is just a generic biker with no other personality. Pax is an annoying alien rights activist. Characters like them are why most of the episodes in the first 2 seasons are mostly okay, with Ben and the other villains carrying the show, and even Grandpa Max when he appears. But I will say that season 3 through 6 have a massive bump in quality, and it's because of how good Ben, the villains, and stories are. I actually really like most of the two-parters in the show. Now, there are a few odd writing choices and plot holes, but with how good everything else is, I really am able to look past it. But then we have season 7 and 8. There are a good number of bad episodes in those seasons, especially since season 8 has Scrud, who is annoying. The worst episode in the show is when Ben's mom becomes friends with Ma Friedel. Now, Ma Friedel has not just tried to destroy the Earth many times, but kill her fucking son. But she's all cool with it. There was a collab episode in season 4 with The Secret Saturdays, a show about trying to keep cryptids a secret from the world. But that doesn't work in a show where everyone knows aliens exist, since aliens are cryptids like the Fresno Nightcrawler. Something I will give the show credit for is the fight scenes. It even makes some of the bad characters have an interesting viewing experience. Animation wise, it is good, and the Teen Titans like facial expressions do help with the comedy, while some redesigns like Gwen and Big Chill look awful. Something everyone doesn't like in the show is the excuse to why Ben sometimes gets the wrong alien. You slammed the watch too hard, when there are many times where Ben just slams the watch and gets what he wants. This is not a bad show. It's a completely fine 3 out of 5 cartoon, but all the stuff I brought up makes me wonder why it got 8 seasons. The original show had 4, and the others had 3, but this show had 8, which is baffling due to all the problems it has. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because it really does help a lot. Now have a good day, or else.